finds is something she never could have imagined. Tucked away in the shadows is a tiny ball of gray fur. It's a snow leopard cub, no more than a few weeks old. He's shivering violently, his small paws tucked under his chin as he tries to retain any scrap of warmth. But as the antelope gets closer, she notices something heart-wrenching. The cub's eyes aren't bright and predatory. They are milky, clouded over by a thick, white film. He is blind. In this brutal world, where vision is everything, this cub was born with a death sentence. His own mother, driven by the cold-blooded laws of the mountain, must have realized he couldn't survive the hunt and left him behind. He is alone, starving, and moments away from slipping into the final sleep. Then, the unthinkable happens. Every fiber of the antelope's being should be screaming at her to run. This is a snow leopard, the ghost of the mountains, the ultimate killer of her kind. Even as a cub, he represents everything she fears. But as she looks at him,
Mama,
she doesn't see a predator. She sees a child. She sees the same vulnerability she saw in her own calf just hours ago, the scent of a dying infant. Regardless of the species, triggers a surge of maternal instinct so powerful it overrides a million years of evolution. She bows her head. Her long, graceful neck reaches down, and she begins to lick the cub's matted fur. The cub flinches at first, his tiny body tensing at the unfamiliar touch. But then, he feels the warmth. He feels the rough, soothing tongue of a creature that should be his prey, but is instead acting as his savior. In the absolute darkness of his world, he finds a light he never thought he'd see again. He nuzzles into her soft underbelly. Guided by the smell of milk and the rhythmic thumping of a heart that has decided to adopt him, the antelope stands still, allowing the tiny leopard to nurse. In that moment, a bond is forged that defies every rule of nature. She has found a reason to live, and he has found a mother. Years pass in the shadow of the peaks, and the pair becomes a living legend of the highlands. The cub, named Shadow by the whispers of the wind, grows into a massive, powerful male. His muscles are thick, his paws are the size of dinner plates, and his coat is a beautiful tapestry of rosettes. But his eyes remain the same, clouded and sightless, to any other animal. This would be a fatal flaw, but Shadow has learned to see with his ears and his heart. He never leaves his mother's side. He moves with a grace that is almost supernatural, his every step synchronized with the clicking of her hooves. She is his guide, his protector, and his soul. She has taught him how to navigate the narrow ledges by listening to the way her weight shifts on the stone. She has taught him to sense the approach of a storm by the change in the air pressure against his whiskers. When they travel, she makes a specific, low-frequency call, a gentle hum that acts as a beacon for him to follow. They are a sight that stops the world in its tracks, a full-grown snow leopard walking peacefully beside a weathered, aging antelope. He doesn't know how to hunt. He doesn't have the killer instinct that his kind is famous for. Instead,